Hello everyone, Paul Zinn with the Habegger Corporation, and today I'd like to talk about G-Alert. G-Alert is a function that is, in my opinion, and I think Sean would agree, a really underutilized option for wiring and accessories like water sensors or freeze stats, just for built-in protection for the equipment as well as the overall home or structure. So, in order to get into this G-Alert function to set it up properly, we need to access the service menu. So once we access that service menu, we're going to go into Setup. Once we go into that Setup menu, we're looking for our indoor unit. So if we have a fan coil, it's going to be listed as fan coil, like it's shown here. If you have a furnace, it's going to say furnace, like it does at the top here. Once you enter that furnace menu or fan coil, whichever application you have, you can access that G-Terminal menu. Once you access that G-Terminal menu, you can go ahead and set up your accessory. So for all intents and purposes, let's say we're setting up a wet switch. So we have a horizontal application in an attic. We have that wet switch so that if there is a leak, if the primary condensate drain line clogs and starts overflowing into the secondary drain pan underneath, we have a wet switch there to detect that water and shut the equipment down before catastrophic damage occurs. So, in this particular application, we would select yes for G-Terminal because we're utilizing the G-Terminal to connect this device to the equipment. In this application, we should select shut down because in a water event like this, we would want that equipment to shut down. We want it to stop producing water because we can't get rid of the condensate water. And then it's alert type that we have to set up. In this particular application, typically wet switches are a normally closed device. However, if you had something like a freeze protection sensor mounted on the ductwork, to detect if the heat goes out, let's say it's a vacation home and you want to monitor that indoor temperature, and if it gets below 45 degrees, you want to know so you can call somebody so that the pipes don't freeze. In that particular application, that would be a normally open switch. So it would be normally open, it would sense the fall in temperature, and then as soon as it got to 45 degrees, it would close, triggering this alert. So I really like the versatility of this function, and what I like about it most is you can actually label it. So if you save that and then back out and scroll down to the G-Terminal alert label, you can actually label that alert. So when the system does shut down with a water event, you can say water sensor alert, letting the homeowner know right from that user interface or thermostat that, hey, we've got a water issue, you need to call for service. You can really label those anything you want. So depending on what accessory and what application you have and what you want to tell the homeowner during that event or if that event occurs, you can customize it, which I think is great. So onto the wiring. So again, for this particular application, we have an FE fan coil or a variable speed furnace. We're going to wire between R and G. Once we wire between R and G, we have our normally closed contacts. As soon as those contacts sense water, they will open. It'll alert at the user interface or the thermostat to let the homeowner or end user know, hey, we got a problem, you need to call for service. Hope this video was helpful, and as always, have a great day.